grade math and science teacher here at West End, and today we're going to look at a two-step word problem. This is standard ATO 8, which is a spiral standard in 3rd grade, but can be applicable in other grades as well. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at the word problem, figure out how I would go about solving it, and then work it through. So the problem, the first step I would do with this problem is to just go ahead and read it all the way through. Rosie has been hiking 7 miles a day for 14 days. Her goal is to hike a total of 175 miles. How many more miles would Rosie need to hike in order to meet her goal? So now that I've read it, I'm going to go through and annotate. It's probably a word your child is familiar with. It just means to go through and find the key words. This is something that they work on every kind of year through school. They go through different stages of it. Of course, it looks different on a kindergarten level than it would at 3rd grade, but it's just finding those words that tells me what operation I need to use. Am I adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing? What does the problem want me to do? And those words help us decide what we're going to do with that. So the first sentence, Rosie has been hiking 7 miles a day for 14 days. So the part I'd annotate or underline would be 7 miles a day for 14 days, because that's some key information I'm going to need to solve the problem. The next sentence says her goal is to hike a total of 175 miles. So goal is important, and so is 175 miles. Then the question where it's actually telling us what do we actually want to know and do with this information. How many more miles would Rosie need to hike in order to meet her goal? So our goal for this problem is we know the goal is 175 miles. We know she's already hiked for the last 14 days, and we want to know how many more miles she has to go until she reaches 175. That's the information we gained from going through and annotating. So the first part says we're going to have 7 miles a day for 14 days. 14 days times 7. 4 times 7 is 28. So we put the 8 in the ones place, carry the 2 in the tens place. 1 times 7 is 7, plus 2 is 9, 98. Now, a lot of the times your student may think 98 is the answer because they've done the first part and they're like, oh, we're done. But another strategy I show them is that 98 isn't one of our answer choices, so that's a key thing for them to look out for. There's no 98 here, so that can't be the answer. So I go to the next part. Her goal is 175 miles, and we're trying to find out how many more she has to go. Well, she's already gone 98. So what we want to do is we want to take what we've already done and subtract it from our goal, because our goal is 175, but we don't want to forget about what we've already done. So we're going to do 175 minus 98. We can't take 8 from 5. We have to regroup. So the 7 groups of 10 become 6 groups of 10, and this becomes 15. 15 minus 8 is 7. 6, again, we can't take 9 from 6, so we're going to bring this group of 100 and take that away. And now we've got 10 groups of 10, plus the 6 we already had. 16 minus 9 is 7. And our answer is 77 miles. And we always tell them to put whatever we're doing, miles, cookies, etc. And we just circle it over here. So how many more miles does she need to meet her goal? 77. A strategy, final strategy to use to make sure our answer is correct is to check with the inverse. So if I wanted to make sure that my subtraction was right, I could say 77 miles left to go, plus the 98 we've already done, and it should equal our 175. So 7 plus 8 is 15, 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 1 is 7. So 17, 175 miles. It checks out. Thank you for joining us today.